So at this point we've covered dogs. Now I want to talk about cats. We're going to start with infectious diseases just like we did in dogs. And remember, infectious diseases are those that can be passed from one animal to another. Feline panleukopenia is cat distemper, and it's caused by a parvovirus or a DNA virus. It primarily affects young cats younger than 16 weeks old, and it has a 75% death rate, so it's pretty serious. It is spread by direct contact, but also from infected food and water dishes, bedding, litter boxes, anything like that. Symptoms include depression, loss of appetite, very high fever, lethargy. Lethargy is just a fancy word for they're just not acting right. They're not acting like themselves. Vomiting, diarrhea, and dehydration. Feline herpes virus, or FHV, is a respiratory virus, and it's an infection that's caused by a DNA virus, and it's shed in the discharges from the nose, the eyes, and the throat. It's spread kind of like a human cold is. It's transmitted by direct contact. So a cat has to actually touch the infected discharge in some way, shape, or form in order to get it. Symptoms of this include depression, sneezing, coughing, severe eye and nasal discharges, increase in temperature, a little bit of a fever, and also mouth ulcers. Cats can become carriers of the virus without actually displaying symptoms, but vaccines are available for it as well. This is actually what herpes virus looks like. Those are kind of the discharges that you see from the eyes and the nose. Feline infectious peritonitis, or FIP, this is a disease that's caused by a coronavirus, and it ends up leading to organ failure. Coronavirus infections are more common in domestic cats, but few of them actually show signs of the disease. Symptoms of FIP are fever, refusal to eat, depression, and weight loss. Feline enteric coronavirus is caused by ingestion of contaminated feces, and it's really caused in kittens between 4 and 12 weeks old. They're spread by the ingestion of contaminated feces. Symptoms are low-grade fever, vomiting, soft or watery diarrhea, blood in the feces, and also dehydration. Non-infectious diseases of cats, so remember these are diseases that cannot necessarily be passed from one cat to another. So feline urologic syndrome, or FUS, is a feline urinary tract disease, also known as feline lower urinary tract disease, but FUS is way easier to say. FUS can range from mild inflammation to a complete blockage of the urethra, which leads to uremic poisoning and death. It can be caused by improper diet. If cats are fed very high levels of magnesium and phosphorus, those minerals actually build up in the urinary system and cause a blockage. Low water intake, and that will end up causing a higher concentration of salts in the urine. Also can be caused possibly by a virus. And then wet eye. Wet eye is a disease where tears are produced excessively. Sometimes there's a blockage of drainage canals that drain the tears into the nasal cavity, and this will cause the tears to overflow at the inner corner of the eyes. That's actually what that looks like. It looks like the cat's crying. Internal parasites. Toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasmosis is a disease that is caused by an infection with a single-celled protozoan parasite. That parasite is Toxoplasma gondii, and it's contracted from eating raw meat or contaminated feces again. Symptoms include fever, jaundice. Jaundice is where the liver shuts down, and the skin turns yellow, and also difficulty moving. There is no vaccination. Humans can become infected, and remember we talked about this when we talked about zoonoses and safety. Humans can be infected by handling cat litter. And this is a particular danger to pregnant women. You don't want to handle cat litter boxes if you're pregnant. It could result in abortion. Ascarids. These are the same thing, the kind of roundworms that we found in dogs. Again, you get them from ingesting eggs. The eggs are typically passed in the feces of an infected animal, or sometimes in the case of kittens, if mama is infected with ascarids, the kittens will end up getting it from the milk. Severe cases, again, can cause that pot-bellied appearance in the kittens, that kind of distended abdomen, also an unthrifty or unhealthy cat. So this is actually the Toxoplasma gondii parasite that we were talking about with toxoplasmosis. It's actually it's a diagram of what it looks like. Hookworms. Cats can also get hookworms as well as tapeworms. So hookworms, this is when the cat gets infected when larva is ingested from contaminated food or water, or when larva penetrates the skin. Hookworms can cause very dark-colored feces and anemia, again due to that loss of blood. Remember, those hookworms are those nasty-looking ones that basically bite into the small intestine and digest a small plug of tissue, and it causes bleeding in the small intestine. Tapeworms. Tapeworms require a host other than the cat for development, something like a flea or a rabbit, something like that. Rats and mice are also hosts for tapeworms as well. Neither type will really cause major harm in cats, but remember, this is a concern for humans. As far as external parasites go, we will cover those and poisons in the next video.